This is a classic case of sometimes why you probably shouldn't trust a sat-nav, but this is a very interesting dirt road. Luckily we've got a four-wheel drive anyway, so it's totally fine. It's an adventure. There's been some really big, actually, yeah. You wouldn't get your little Ford Fiesta down this bit here, but the tank, fear not, it can cross anything. We just chucked it in four-wheel drive and went for an adventure. On tank, you can do it.
This is nice.
There's been some pretty tricky bits on this road, but the tank does not struggle at all. The road doesn't stand a chance against this monster.
In 3/10 of a mile, keep left.
Keep left. In fact, no. Get a four-wheel drive and always trust the sat-nav.
In 3/10 of a mile, keep left.
That's not too bad, is it? Climbing into the clouds.
It is a reason for this handle.
Bless the tank. Looks like a fire's ripped through here quite recently. Welcome back to the United States of America, more specifically Mariposa Grove. So we're on the way to see some very huge trees. The plan for today is Mariposa Grove and then Glacier Point. We're coming on the 2-mile loop trail because we want to see the grizzly giant. I believe that's the biggest tree in the area. We've seen a couple of areas now with huge redwoods. I believe these are called Sequoia giganteum, and they're prevalent on the western slopes of the Sierras. About a week ago we went to Muir Woods in San Francisco, and the trees were pretty big there. We've also been to Big Basin on the way here in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and these trees really are on a different scale. So behind me is the grizzly giant. It's around about 200 feet tall, so not quite as tall as the 293 feet of the mother of the forest at Big Basin, but it's still pretty impressive.
Looks like an unwashed t-shirt.
So it's not every day you get to walk through a tree.
We'll run through. We'll run through. Oh, they did us. So right behind them, there's the giant.
Welcome to Glacier Point. First day of opening in 2019. It's a pretty special view. Just down there we've got Vernal and Nevada Falls and the Mist Trail. And the magnificent Half Dome. What a view. Welcome. Welcome to the United States of America. More specifically, Yosemite and Mirror Lake. We're out for a very relaxing wander today, be around about 7 miles. We started down at the campground car park and we're walking all the way up to Snow Creek past Mirror Lake, so it's going to be around about 6 or 7 miles. Nice and relaxing to regenerate power in the legs. After the gentle stroll along the well-graded path back there, it gets a little bit trickier. After you've left Mirror Lake, heading towards Snow Creek.
I'll stop there, mate. Watch the dog.
Getting stuck. This has turned into a really interesting trail. So it looks like there's been, I mentioned earlier, a lot of tree falls down here, which has led people to create a path elsewhere. So there was around about 10 or so of us there, and we just ploughed on around the obstacle, the Derbyshire mountain goats. And this looks like the original trail.
looks a bit of a dodgy one, that
Whoa!
chilly.
It's going to be wet feet time, this one. He's done it, he's done it.
Crystal Maze.
Crystal Maze, yeah. It has to be filmed, or else it didn't happen. Ooh. Can we do it with dry feet? I mean, they're going to get wet up there, but it's all about overcoming the obstacle. That's all good. So yeah, we're going to get wet here, definitely. Now this one looks a bit different. That way, I think.
I'm going to walk on water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
I see the old deers doing this.
Almost made it with dry feet as well. Almost. And we're there. And we're now at the bridge at the top end of the trail. Absolutely stunning. And we're away from the crowds, which is the main thing. If you can hear me over the sound of the water, we chose to do a low level route today because they've given out thunder and rain showers at 2 p.m. So that'll be interesting to capture on camera. Just down there is the perfect place to stop for a quick snack. And there's Half Dome, right in the distance there. The cloud's starting to build now, and we can feel the first few drops of rain.
Let's wait till we get back to the main road for that. Because we were having a Mirror Lake experience.
We're back down in civilization now. We've done about 8 miles, so we thought we'd extend it a bit further and go to the village, Yosemite Village, and have a look around the museum, get a bite to eat, maybe a beer. Then after that, we're going to nip to El Cap Meadow to look up at the climbers and see what action there is up there today. We've just begun the climb of the nose on El Capitan. I'm about 10 meters up. But at least we can say that we've climbed on El Cap. Since we last spoke, we've had lunch, and while we were just relaxing with the beer, the heavens absolutely opened, well and truly, and there's been a massive downpour, thunder, lightning, the whole works. So after lunch we walked back to the car, picked it up, and we've just been sitting here looking up at El Cap. We've been trying to pick out some of the features from Alex Honnold's Free Solo documentary. There's some climbers just there. I'll take a photo and zoom in now. They're bivvying away from the weather. As the weather's been quite bad this afternoon, there seems to have been a mass exodus from the valley. A lot of cars leaving, so we're going to let the main number of cars leave, and then we're going to head out ourselves. Okay, so thanks for watching. It's been a very relaxed day today. We've only done 12 miles, but none of the ascent of the last few days. But we've got some good walks planned for the coming days. Right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.